Hi, this is Jay Sunhalter, ESPN3 analyst and former Pirate football tight end, and you're listening to the Sports Objective Podcast, the unofficial podcast of the Pirates.
Here, Media Day with the voice of the ECU Pirates, Jeff Charles. Voice, you're looking great as always. Always good to visit with you.
Yeah, Dave, it's always good to see you too. This is the exciting part of the year, isn't it, where everybody's undefeated and everybody's looking for the start of another season. And I think everybody in Pirate Nation is excited about the start of this year and the potential that the Pirates have.
Year 3 of Mike Houston, a very exciting time. I know that you've been through a lot of different eras, obviously over the last 3 decades, but there seems to be on the street, I'm hearing from different people, Pirate fans, inside the locker room, the players seem to love each other. The coaches are doing well. It seems like we have the depth. It just seems like there's a swagger that's been missing for the last handful of years.
Well, Mike is in his 3rd year, as we all know, and so he's been able to build this foundation basically from the ground up. At the press conference today, he mentioned that it's been painful at times and it's been challenging at times. We all know that, but he's had a chance to put his stamp on the program now, Dave, and this will be his 3rd year, as we all know. And I know fans want to win right away, but, that's just not reality. It takes a while. It takes a while to build your program, and that's what the Pirates have had to do. And Mike has such a good staff. He's got a bunch of really good kids, some talented kids. And I think in year 3, we can all expect improvement this year with this Pirate football team. I know we're all excited about the Appalachian State game and then getting ready for another conference season. It's going to be a challenging year, as we all know, but we're all excited about it, and I really think that this program's on the right track.
No doubt about it. The Appalachian State game, and I'll talk about the South Carolina game, both those games feel like with the first game being at Bank of America Stadium, then when you have an SEC team coming after there was virtually no fans last year, both those first 2 games seem like a bowl game. Not necessarily must-wins, but there's an atmosphere there that's going to be very special.
It is. Playing in Charlotte, playing at the Panther Stadium is going to be an exciting night for sure, and we all know about that because the Pirates have been there before, as we know, playing North Carolina State, West Virginia, and Virginia Tech down through the years in Charlotte, so it's going to be fun to get back there. Gives the fans in the western part of the state and the Charlotte area a chance to come out and pull for the Pirates. Of course, Appalachian State is going to have a big crowd there. That's going to be a little bit closer to their location than, of course, Greenville is to Charlotte. So it's going to be a fun atmosphere. I think the fan bases with both schools are really looking forward to this game. Wish it wasn't on a Thursday night because it might cut into the crowd a little bit. I wish it was a Saturday game, but it was moved, as we all know, to a Thursday night game. So you go ahead and strap it up and play when they tell you to play. And so that's going to be fun. And then, of course, you mentioned South Carolina. Anytime you have an opportunity to welcome an SEC team into your stadium, that doesn't happen very often, as we know. So that's going to be a fun game. We remember when they've been here in past years. So South Carolina, for me, it's going to be kind of a special game because Shane Beamer is the head coach at South Carolina. When I was at Virginia Tech, I worked with Frank Beamer, his dad. Frank's first year at Virginia Tech was actually my last year at Virginia Tech in 1987. And, boy, it's amazing how the years go by so quickly. I remember Shane Beamer, a little kid, about 7 or 8 years old, running around on the sideline, as just a little kid who was at practice. So here he is now as the head coach of an SEC program. So things go quickly, and I'm really happy for him because he's a great guy, and he's deserved this opportunity. And he has a chance now to head up a really good program at South Carolina. So congratulations to him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him when he brings his Gamecocks into Greenville.
For 21, a tough non-conference schedule with at Marshall, of course. Charleston Southern will be here at home. But as far as the American, Pirates have a chance with some 50-50 games in there. I really think they have a chance to get back to the bowl this year finally after like 5 or 6 seasons.
Well, we hope so. I've been talking with a lot of people, and I think the consensus is we all feel the same way. There are a lot of 50-50 games on this schedule this year. So there are games you can win, and there are games that you can lose, and probably the reality is you'll win some of them and you'll probably lose some of them. But this is a league that is very well balanced. I think this year going into the American Athletic Conference, you've got the number 1 team and then the 1A team. Cincinnati is the clear-cut favorite, and I think you have to put UCF 1A. After that, Dave, I'd be hard-pressed to say who probably going into this season is the 3rd best team in this league. I think 3 through 7 or 8, you can almost throw them in a bag and see which one of them comes out. So, yes, there's a lot of parity. When you look at East Carolina playing some of these games this year, I think they're going to be very close games. That's why you need a break or two. You need to hang around in games, get them into the fourth quarter, hope you can get a turnover or two and make some big plays late. And I think this football team's capable of doing that. But, we have to all wait and see how it plays out. It's going to be a fun year. And as you mentioned, I think it's going to be an exciting year because I really think going into this year, there are a lot of games that are toss-up kind of games, so it's going to be fun for the fans.
I want to ask you a question about conference realignment. I know you follow the sports, and sports, I lean on to a person like you without your knowledge of sports. Conference realignment, not your first rodeo, another chapter in that. How do you feel about it?
Well, every day is a new day, Dave. Every day is a different adventure, and it's amazing how this thing has all come to fruition, and we're not done yet. We don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future, but I remember going back years ago when the WAC actually broke up, and one of the first guys that knew the WAC was going to break up actually was the commissioner of the WAC at the time, Carl Benson, who is the commissioner now of the Sun Belt. And he got a call from the athletic directors and presidents of that league and said, hey, by the way, you don't have a league anymore. And this guy was the conference commissioner, and he didn't know what was going on. So that's kind of where we have been in college athletics the last 2 or 3 decades. It's really hard to look into that crystal ball and see where we're going to be down the road. And then, of course, the latest news is the alliance that's supposedly in the next week or 10 days is going to come out with the ACC and the Big Ten and the Pac-12 all getting together with some type of scheduling alliance. So, it's really hard to keep up. It's really hard to stay up with what's happening in college athletics these days. But there's never a dull moment, is there? It's something that seems like every day.
Appreciate you very much. I know you're busy with here at Media Days. We wanted to stop by and get a visit from you. Thank you so much, and good luck to the 21 campaign.
Sounds great. Thank you, Dave.
What's up, Pirate Nation? East Carolina football is almost here, and we can't wait to get back to a packed and rowdy Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. The Pirates' 6-game home schedule features SEC foe South Carolina and last year's champion of the American, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Maybe you haven't secured your season tickets, or you'd like a couple more. The Sports Objective season ticket giveaway will ensure that some lucky fan will have 2 tickets to every home game this season. If you're watching this video, you're already on our YouTube channel, so to enter the contest, simply click subscribe. Then after clicking subscribe, screenshot the page showing you've done so, and email that screenshot as well as your first and last name and phone number to thesportsobj@gmail.com. Again, screenshot the page showing you subscribed, then send that as well as your first and last name and phone number to thesportsobj@gmail.com. Do this between now and 11:59 p.m. on Monday, August the 30th, and you'll have a chance to win. The winner will be announced on the evening of Tuesday, August 31st on our Pirate Preview for the App State game. That show will be able to be seen live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and the winner will also be posted on all of our social media accounts. Be sure to follow us on social media at TheSportsOBJ on Twitter and TikTok, at The Sports Objective on Instagram, plus like and follow our Facebook page. As always, we appreciate your support of the Sports Objective. Be sure to stay tuned for other promotions and excellent content throughout the 2021 football season.